Hello. In this video, I will be showcasing every mini I have ever painted. I've organized them into sets, like this one, being environmental pieces, and as we go further into the video, we get more and more exciting minis. Most of the minis were 3D printed, but some were store-bought. The 3D printer's information is on screen now. Overall, I hope you enjoy the video. Next, we have animals, which are very useful if a player has Find Familiar, is a druid, or has Polymorph. Here are some Fey creatures, like fairies and mephits. One of my favorite minis of all of my collection is this unicorn. I love the base. All the pastels just fit the mini so well. You've gotta have a small army or two. Here, we've got some gobs versus gnolls, two equally fierce creature types that most campaigns will have in some way or another. I am not being controlled by a mind flare. I am not being controlled by a mind flare. Also, there's this weird guy with an axe, and it's kind of funny. Here are some miscellaneous monsters. The wolf, the onkeg, and the weird demon in a cloak are some of the first minis I've ever painted. And these two flying minis over on the left were store-bought and painted by me. Here are some mushrooms. I was playing through The Last of Us when I had the idea to have some mushrooms in my adventure, so my friend printed these off. They're pretty cool. Here are the however you say it. Here are some fish creatures. Ew, gross, spiders. I painted these, but they're still gross. I hate spiders. Here is the army of the undead. Skeletons versus spirits. Shout out to Inspector Bubblegum. He was a funny guy in our campaign. Get it, Inspector? Alright, moving on. Next up we have the robots. The Daleks from Doctor Who, plus other robots from unnamed organizations. Here to destroy. Beep boop, beep boop. Cleek, cleek, cleek. Having a large amount of civilians / bandits or guards is always important for any campaign. Additionally, here is a tragedy told in 3 minis. So sad. Here are some cultists, some flame skulls, and some pumpkins, and you can always print off fun little seasonal minis. This category is just for any big, very large creatures. There are 2 store-bought minis, which are the guys with rocks, and there's also a little dude for scale. Finally, here is a Groot that is in a glass cage because he can't stand on his own. Any minis that you plan on using for a playable character or a reoccurring character that will fight alongside or against your party, you want to put more detail into them. And so these minis are what I call main characters, where I painted just a little bit more. That Chewbacca was store-bought and I did not paint it. This mini right in the center was painted by my patron, Derek Bowman, and the details on the ground is amazing. Most of the time I haven't shown the back side of the minis, but with these, since it's a lot more detail focused, I wanted to show the back sides, and I will start showing the backs of the bigger, more important minis from now on. This is the Orzhov Ghost Council, store-bought and obviously not painted. Dragons! I have 4 dragons. I wish I had more. Maybe I'll get more soon. But 2 of them are the same, but the wings broke off of the first one, and so I got a second one printed off. And yeah, dragons are awesome. Dragons are big. Dragons are scary. This final category is my 3 biggest miniatures yet. We've already seen the dragon. This deer is something that my coworker had and asked me to paint. And this Froghemoth is something that one of my friends had, and I asked them if I could paint it because I just really wanted to. And the Froghemoth was store-bought, and then I painted it later. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my patron, Derek Bowman, for being my patron and also printing off most of the minis seen today. To any of my players in my campaign, I am about to show all of the minis that I haven't painted yet, so spoilers. But anyway, again, thank you for watching.